right, boys and girls, this is the first grade project that we are going to be doing for Square One Art. Everyone's going to get a piece of paper that has a square in the center, and at the top it says first name, last name, grade, and teacher. You do not need to fill that out because I will put a sticker that has your name on it right in that spot. Okay? You're also going to get a lid for a yogurt container, and we're going to use this for the very top of our gumball machine. Okay? You're also going to need a pencil. We're going to start with a pencil first, and then we will trace everything with a Sharpie before we color. Mr. Will, get your hands off my things and put your eyes right up on that board. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is make the actual part of the machine where the gumballs sit. Okay, so we're going to take our circle lid, and we're going to touch that circle lid to the top of the square. So I'm going to touch that, and I'm going to trace my circle all the way around. So when I take that lid off, that's going to be where all my gumballs get to sit. Okay? On the bottom then, I'm going to draw two diagonal lines. One's going to go this direction, and the other's going to go that direction. And that's where, like, the machine part of my gumball machine is going to be. All right, now, before we do our details, can someone tell me, like, what are some important parts of a gumball machine? What do we have to have? Yes?
The hole where the gumball is.
Yeah, the hole where the gumball comes out. So that's going to be down at the bottom, okay? And that's going to be kind of like a round half oval, okay? So you can see, oops, that part is kind of, there we go, is kind of in the way. So in here is where our gumball is going to go. So let's draw a gumball in there to color. Okay, there's my gumball coming out. What else? What other part of the machine do we need, Charlie?
We need that twisty.
Yeah, the twisty part, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the twisty part. So I'm going to draw a rectangle above that. And the twisty part has a center, so I'm going to do the center here. And then it has like two kind of like rectangles. One's going to go on one side, and one's going to go on the other side, kind of like a bow tie. So there's the little twisty part. And then what other part do we need?
Where you put your money in.
Yeah, where you put your money in. Very good. So we're going to put our money in right here. And it's going to be, mine's going to be, you can put whatever you want. Mine's going to be 10 cents. 1, 0, with a cent sign. There's my 10-cent dime. Good.
Mine's going to be behind you.
All right, now I'm getting my gumballs out. So the next part then is to draw the gumballs, right?
The circle.
Yeah, the gumballs. So the gumballs all start at the bottom. We can't just draw a gumball up in the middle, okay? Because we have something called gravity, and it brings the gumballs down to the bottom. So you got to start at the bottom of your picture. Yep, so I'm just going to keep repeating my gumballs at the bottom. And then we're going to do something called overlapping. Yeah, and that's where you kind of make one gumball look like it's behind another one. So this one is going to kind of peek out like right here. And then I'm going to have another one right here that's going to kind of peek out. And then another gumball here. I'm going to make one on the edge here. And another one here. Now, are my gumballs big or small?
Small.
They're kind of big.
Medium.
Some of my friends will make teeny tiny little gumballs like this, right? If you make your gumballs really teeny tiny, you have to color every single one of those in. Okay, so I want you to be thinking about that. When you make your gumballs have to kind of fit in your gumball machine hole. Okay, so I'm going to erase those. And I'm going to go back to making all my gumballs about the same size. Okay, so here's another one kind of tucked away here.
9, 13, 14, 15.
And we're going to do one more right here.
16.
And that's it. So my gumball is going to be like half full.
16 gumballs.
Okay, good. Now it's time for me to color. And the only colors we're going to use are the primary colors. So inside my container, I want you to notice, shh, I have red colored pencils, I have blue colored pencils, and I have yellow colored pencils. I have a red marker, I have a yellow marker, and I have blue markers. Okay? One marker is dark blue and one is light blue. And then, you can't see it in there, but I also have some crayons. I have a red crayon, some blue crayons, and a yellow crayon. Put your eyes on the board, please. I'm going to be using all of these different things, but before I can color, I'm going to use a Sharpie, and I'm going to trace all of the important stuff that I want to keep. So I'm going to go through and trace all my lines.
We have to trace all that?
You sure do. So that means if you draw out 500 gumballs, you're going to have to retrace 500 gumballs. We don't want to retrace all of that. So really nicely, I'm going to go around and I'm going to retrace all of my gumballs. All right, you know what else I'm going to put on here? I'm going to put a little shine mark. I want my gumball machine to look like it is glass. So adding a little shiny mark like that, do you see how it makes it look like it's shiny and like glassy?
You can make like a.
Yeah.
You can make it different, Cole.
Now I'm going to go around. I'm going to outline my shape. And then I'm going to color it in. That one's kind of scratchy, so I might have to get a new one. Then I'm going to use a different color here. I'm going to outline my shape. And then I'm going to color it in. Then I'm going to use a different one here. I'm going to outline my shape. And then color it in. Then I'm going to use a different tool here. I'm going to outline my shape. And then color it in. Then I'm going to use a different tool here, and I'm going to outline my shape, and then color it in. Okay? And you're going to color the whole thing until there is no white spaces, except for one. Can anybody tell me which spot do you think is a white space? Charlie.
The silver part.
The shiny part, right here. This is the only spot that can stay white.
Yes.
Everything else has to be colored in, okay?
Oh.
Everybody got it?
So the whole paper too. Ow.
I'm going to show you what mine looks like. So I actually already created a picture like this. You can go ahead and stop this. Where is it?